Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to English class. Today we are going to learn a poem, The Grass is Really Like Me, written by Kiswar Nahid. This poem addresses the challenges faced by women in the present context. The poet finds similarity between her life and the life of a blade of a grass. The poem, The Grass is Really Like Me, is a feminist poem. The poet compares herself to the grass. She also feels that the condition of women and the grass is same. When the grass is grafted or cut, it grows again. So also the women, when they face challenges, they fight these challenges. Now, let's know more about the poet. Kiswar Nahid was born in Bulandar Shahar in Uttar Pradesh in India in 1940. She is one of the best known women poets of Pakistan. She wrote ghazals for children and for daily newspaper Jung. Her poems have been translated in English and Spanish. Her well-known poem, We, Sinful Woman, was translated and edited by Rukhsana Ahmed, published in London by the Women's Press in 1991. She held the position of Director General of Pakistan National Council of Arts before her retirement. She is founder of an organization named Hawa, whose goal is to help women without an independent income to become financially independent through cottage industries and selling handicrafts. Now students, let me read the poem for y'all. The grass is also like me. It has to unfurl underfoot to fulfill itself. But what does it wetness manifest? A scorching sense of shame or the heat of emotion. The grass is also like me as soon as it can raise its head. The lawn mower, obsessed with flattening it into velvet, moves it down again. How you strive and endeavor to level women down too, but neither the earth's nor women's desire to manifest life dies. Take my advice, the idea of making a footpath was a good one. Those who cannot bear the scorching defeat of their courage are grafted onto the earth. That's how they make way for the mighty, but they are merely straw, not grass. The grass is really like me. Now students, let me explain the poem. This poem is very interesting. It is a metamorphical poem in which the poet compares herself with the grass which tries to unfurl from the ground and grow, but it gets soaked by water or scorched by the sun and cannot grow. In the same manner, women's freedom is stifled by men and is not allowed to blossom. The poet says, despite being soaked and scorched, if the grass continues to grow, it again gets mowed down. In this para, the grass is compared to women. Just like grass is crushed by the boots, women are crushed by men's dominance. The grass is burnt by sun's heat and woman is tortured by men or society. Now let us look into some meanings. Unfurl is to open out or spread out. The Indian flag was unfurled from the top of the building. Wetness means dampness or moisture. The wetness on the road due to the recent rains made it difficult to walk. Manifest means reveal. Our devotion to God is manifested through prayer. Let's see the next one. Scorching means very hot. It was scorching at the beach today. Let us see what the first stanza has to say more about. In this poem, the poetess finds similarity between her life and the life of a grass. In the first stanza, she says that the grass tries to unfurl, to grow. It grows despite being trampled upon. Likewise, women seek meaning in their lives, even when they are trampled. In line 3, the wetness of the grass reveals the sense of shame, varied emotions of the women. In the second stanza, the poetess is saying that whenever a lawn mower is cutting down the grass, she is reminded of men cutting down a woman's desire. This will not stop any woman from making her own path and achieving her goals. The poet says that if the grass continues to grow, it is soon mowed down by the lawn mower. Men in the same manner try to push down women and keep them under their feet, but their desire to lead a free life does not die either in the grass or in the women. Now let's move on to the meaning. Lawn mower. It's a machine used to cut down the grass on a lawn. Sushin has brought a new lawn mower to mow his lawn. Now let's see what the third stanza has to tell us. The poet says that they, means men or society, suppress women, but the woman will rise and grow. She will grow like a grass and she will never give up. Women and earth have a strong desire to manifest new life. This desire never dies. They create a new life. They have a spirit that gives life. However, women are suppressed in the society or by men. They will come back and rise back because a woman is a creator of life. Like earth, she never gives up. Earth and she are the creator of life. They have a spirit that never gives up. So students, what does the poet say? The poet says we should never give up, however hard or however difficult the situation is. Now let's move on to the meaning. Endeavor. Endeavor means make an effort. His persistent endeavors bore fruit. Strive means struggle. We must try hard to do better in life. Now let me explain the fourth stanza. In the fourth stanza, just like the grass being mowed down and grafted onto the earth as straws to be trampled upon, women's freedom is also chopped off and is left to lead a life of submission. The poet says there's ironical ideas or thoughts in the last stanza. The poet accepts the fact that there are a whole lot of women who are unable to withstand insult and succumb to shameful defeat. In this stanza, the poet says, one who cannot bear the pain they are facing from men or people or society, they are thrown down or suppressed into the earth or made to be silent. But if we women are dominated by the powerful men and society, they will get more power. So we women should be like grass. We should not be suppressed or dominated. We should voice out or speak out for ourselves. We are grass which grow or rise. Those who cannot bear the pain turn to straw or get dejected or dominated. The poet says she is a grass who will not be dominated or suppressed but will grow or rise. In the last stanza, there is a phrase, scorching defeat, which means sense of discouragement and disaffection the women experience in male-dominating society. Her individuality is suppressed by men. By grafting onto the earth, the poet means that the women have to remain submissive. But many women take life as challenge and become victorious. They live an example a ray of hope for other women in the society. In this poem, the poetess Kishwar Nahid is an example or a ray of hope for all the other women in the society. She says she wants to be like a grass who grows and never gives up. The poet feels that there is no difference between women and a blade of grass. The grass being on the ground is trampled upon by people walking over. Similarly, men push women down all the time without letting them take decisions independently. But we women should grow and take our decisions independently. We should face challenges that the society or the men are giving us. The poet says we should be like the grass that grows and not get trampled upon. Now let's move on to some more meanings. Merely means just or only or simply. Men do not desire merely to be rich, but to be richer than other men. Straw means dried stakes of grain used as fodder or for thatching or packaging, etc. Many delicate things are packed in a box of straw. In this poem, the poet has used a lot of figurative language. Now let us see what is this figurative language or figure of speech. A figure of speech is a word or a phrase that is used in non-literal way to create an effect. This effect may be rhetorical figure as a word or a phrase. There are different kinds of figure of speech, but in this poem we are going to study only three, that is simile, metaphor and personification. What is a simile? A simile is a comparison of two things using words like or as sweet as a pie, colorful like crayons. What is a metaphor? Metaphor compares two things. For example, Ali is walking dictionary. Time is money. In the poem, the grass is also like me is a simile. Man needs God as he needs water and oxygen. That is also a simile. In the first example, the grass is also like me. Like word is used. In the second example, man needs God as he needs water and oxygen. As word is used. So words like and as are used in simile. But they are merely straw, not grass. In this example, the straw and the grass are compared. Work is food for noble minds. Here, work is compared as food for noble mind. So there is a comparison. Whenever there is comparison, it is a metaphor. Metaphor and simile look alike, but simile uses words like and as. But metaphor, there is a comparison between two things. Moving on to personification. What is personification? Personification means giving human trait to something non-human, that is giving life to something non-human. For example, the leaves danced on the wind. The angry soul was visible. My heart was competing with my mind. Now let's see the example for personification. As soon as it can raise its head, the lawn mower, obsessed with flattening it into velvet, mows it down again. Here, the grass is given life, that is, the word used is it. In the second example, fear is the tax that the conscious pays to guilt. Here, conscious is given life. Hence, it is a personification. So students, I hope you all have enjoyed today's poem. Today's woman is leading a life which is catering to various domains, starting from family to profession to social arenas and lot more. The poet conveys through this poem that we are like the grass which rise up even after facing any situation. So, students, thank you once again, and let's meet in the next class.